from CesarUSA.com. Today I'm going to provide some information about Medellin, Colombia. It's an update on videos that I did in the past. I think the situation in Medellin has improved. I'm using Google Maps, so you could become familiar as to where Medellin is located at. It has become a good hotspot to visit for tourists, people who want to see something different. Maybe they feel tired, bored of the same things, and they want to see something else, what is out there. If you zoom in South America, you will see Medellin. Let me just use the button instead of the screen. Over here, Medellin is part of Colombia, South America. Colombia is pretty close to Panama. Panama used to belong or be part of Colombia, but separated. Colombia is right next to Venezuela. But since we're talking about Medellin right now, let's zoom in into that and start talking about Medellin. Medellin is the second most important city in Colombia, meaning important in the sense of number of inhabitants and the economy financially. Bogota being number one in regards to income. Cali would be third place in general as the third place in regards to population and number of, and income. Medellin is located in between mountains. This is maps shows north-south, as all the maps that you will see the north-south. So north will be the municipality of Bello, and the south will be Itagüí, Envigado, things like cities around it. Medellin is the capital of Antioquia, in Spanish Antioquia. Downtown will be in the Candelaria area. That's kind of downtown. Bombona is another one. There is this area over here, Jaguar, things like that, Prado, all of those will be downtown. Medellin has an excellent transportation system, with the main one being the metro that goes south to north, north to south, and goes to the west. So it will go from La Estrella, which is not part of Medellin. So it's a long trip, but it doesn't take a long time. From La Estrella all the way to Bello, Niquia. So, and it goes pretty much along the river. So it's next to the river. The river goes the same way, so it's kind of sat next to it in most of the route. It's pretty close. So that way, it's close to the river, but the river has affected the train a little bit in some parts, but those have been fixed. So I was saying in previous videos that Bello was not too safe at that time, but the situation has improved. I'm not saying it's 100% better, but it has improved. There was a time that it was concerning. Now it's not as much. One thing that I like in the Bello area is that it has a lot of improvements coming up, or that is already in place, or things like that. So it has become a major part of the construction in the cities around Medellin. So there's a lot of construction going on in Bello. Bellonikia, things like that. And downtown does not have a lot of construction, new construction going on. Real estate in Medellin has increased quite a bit. So if the good thing is that the dollar has also increased, meaning that kind of offsets some of the increases in the real estate. In regards to safety, which is one of the main things that people are concerned about Colombia in general and in Medellin, I would say that things have improved in Medellin and in other cities, not as much in Bogota. Problem with Bogota is that it's a pretty large city, so it's pretty hard to have policing all over the place because it's so large. Medellin is more easy to control. It's a smaller city. It has a good size of population. There's a lot of people on the street, but in the same token, there's a lot of police and even military on the streets. Even today, when I was going on the streets, I saw even militaries watching in bridges and in patrol cars, military here and there. Medellin and other cities, a lot of cities have security cameras, government control cameras that can oversee the cities for safety. There's also the speed control cameras, speeding, the ones that issue speeding tickets. So there's a lot of effort from the government in regards to safety. Is still a concern for Colombia. But I mean, as long as people follow common sense, not display expensive items on the street, it's safer. It makes it safer because there is always here and there one person who may want to steal them. So there's crime still. So not to tempt the thieves and robbers. It's just the best policy not to carry expensive stuff, not to carry a lot of cash. If you have an ATM card, try to withdraw money from safe places and maybe go to a shopping center. Make sure you're not being followed. Not many shopping centers, they have good security cameras and everything. But when you're alone on the street, that's when you need to be more careful. Not quite in shopping centers, but watch your surroundings when you are withdrawing money from ATMs. Have like a wallet inside under your pants. Usually, it could be like a little thing that has a belt, maybe like a little purse thing that you could put under your pants and your groin area. That will have your passport, your money. And you can have a second wallet where you will have the spare money, pocket money, things like that, where that's the one you will use to pay big things here and there, pay coffee, pay lunch or something. And the main bulk of money you will keep it in your hotel. Or if you want to carry with you, then you could put it in a hidden pocket. And in regards to the city, places that I recommend going will be the popular El Poblado, Las Palmas, Aguacatala area, but in kind of in the main roads. And then go kind of the southern part is the better part of the city, or the area like Laureles, Conquistadores, Suramericana, things like that. And those are kind of the most recommended. Yeah. Or you could go to nearby locations, say even you could go east. You could even go east would be, for example, you could go to El Salado Park, which is a lake. You could go to Guatapé El Peñol, which is a pretty large area that is very touristic. It's Peñol and Guatapé. It could take a couple of hours or more depending on traffic. So try to go when There's hopefully in a weekday instead of going on a Sunday or no, I mean Friday or Saturday, the most traffic. So try to go on a day that is not busy, weekday or Sundays. Normally on a Sunday will be people returning from El Peñol, so probably weekday would be better to go to El Peñol and Guatapé. um, Places that you could visit in Medellin. Well, a lot of people, tourists, go to Parque Berrio. I don't recommend it too much. It's not too safe. I mean, you can. It's policing. They even have barriers there, but it's not a good place to visit. I mean, people go to Portero Park. If you go to some places, if you know they're not too safe, it's better you go with company. Go with somebody else, or go in groups, or get together with people, to other tourists, and that would be a better way to do it. Yes, Parque Berrio, and not to recommend it. I mean, you can. Uh, don't carry expensive stuff in the Parque Berrio area. For others, not recommended because it's not safe. This area over here is not safe because there's a lot of people who live on the street, but it's got a lot of things going on here, drug sales, and little things. I mean, things going on here. So it's not too nice to see. I'd rather go to. You can take the metro. You can take the tranvía, which is like a train that will take you to the metro cable. You can go to a lot of shopping centers. There's a lot of shopping centers, Santa Fe, El Tesoro. But people who do not care for shopping centers could go sightseeing, maybe take a tour, bus tour. They will show you around. Maybe rent a car. But driving in Medellin is not too good because there's a lot of traffic in downtown. Unless you're going to be driving in outside in other areas that are not too busy. But it's better to have somebody drive you instead of driving with your international driving license, because it's people do not, especially because there's so much motorcycle people, pilots, motorcycles, then it gets hectic. Too many, they don't follow too much of the speed rules and things like that. So, and people driving fast and not following the rules too much. So it's better to have somebody drive instead of you drive. You can use Didi, InDriver, Uber, and it's not too expensive. Taxis in Colombia are not too expensive, and actually inexpensive in comparison to United States. Well, I guess that's all for now. Unless you have any questions, you can send me a message and I could give you some ideas. Yes, one actually Tesoro. No, this is a shopping center. So it's a good idea to take the metro, get off on a good area and walk around and then get into the metro and take another, kind of do the metro tour. If you are going on an expensive, you want to follow an expensive ways, get off in an area and just walk around and then go back to the metro. Or you can take a bus. You say, for example, want to get to know Envigado, then you will take a bus or metro. You can also take buses to get to know the city, and then take another one. Say you take metro to Envigado, then you take a taxi to the park, Envigado Park. Yes, Viva Envigado is a good shopping center. Here is Envigado. Viva Envigado is here right next. It's pretty close. The same for Sabaneta. There is a shopping center next to it, very close. Here's Sabaneta. You can get to know Itagüí. Things like that. I mean, Estrella, I think I've been only there like once or twice, but there's a lot of major shopping centers. Santa Fe is a good one to go to. Things like that. Pueblito Paisa is small, but it gives you a view of the city. Here is let me just make it. This is a different one. This is an airport right here. Here it is. This is let me just enlarge it over here. Cerro Notivara, Pueblito Paz. It's a small. Yes, they sell some arts and crafts. They have improved it. They have extended it. It's good to go maybe once or twice, and that should be it. I just went to this park called it is Los Salados, which is close to El Retiro, and it was a good trip. Anyway, not to make it any longer, I recommend you to go to Estadio. Especially the 70th Street, Laureles is good, especially at night if you want to go dancing or to a bar. This area, San Juan Avenue and 70th Street. Yeah, it's good. Just look at it here. So, and this is a good major stadium over here for the Olympics. They used it for not the Olympics, the games that they were doing over there. Anyway, I hope that you do well, and thank you for listening and watching.